All right, I'm underway from Manzanillo. Yeah, it's been a good stop. I needed it for rest, but I got a big one coming up. It's probably a 3-day jaunt to Zihuat.
My name's Rick. I got my sea legs when I was in the Coast Guard, and I commanded a boat much like this one. Today I take my 27-foot sailboat on coastal passages in search of adventure. This season I'm heading south from La Cruz de Guanacaste. It will be my return to the Caribbean Sea via the Panama Canal. Living the pirate life.
So long, Playa Las Hadas. Good time. Oh yeah. And there's the mouth of the bay. That's where we're headed.
And Manzanillo has a traffic separation scheme, and I'm gonna head south of it. So I'm hoping to take any inbound traffic starboard to starboard.
I came all the way to the south of the traffic separation scheme because I didn't want to get involved with any of the craziness with these deep drafts. And then I got this deep draft trying to push me back into the traffic separation scheme. Look at this. It's very odd that he would want to go port to port in this way. I mean, he's going 10 knots. To be honest though, that looks like a military vessel with that yellow racing stripe. I don't know the markings of the Mexican Navy or Coast Guard, but it's probably one of those two. The hull says DR-33. I'll have to take a look at what that is. Well, even online, it's not really clear what that is. I'm gonna have to do some research. I do have some limited connectivity, and I was able to do a Google search, but it didn't come up with anything immediate, so I don't know what that is.
And when I looked at the AIS details, it just showed me the MMSI number.
And there's Punta Campos, the southernmost point heading into Manzanillo. I'm gonna make a left turn around this point and start heading down to Zihuat. This guy's definitely using the traffic separation scheme.
And once I made my turn around Punta Campos, it became more clear what kind of port Manzanillo really is. There's this plant, and then slightly to the south is a second one where you can see a flame.
Well, there's the point, and there's that factory near the port. Factory is probably not the right word. Yeah, it's like some kind of plant, you know? But if you slide down the coast, whoa, you can see that flame.
It's known as a flare, and these flares are used on petroleum facilities to burn off excess gases that can't be processed or stored. Their purpose is to prevent the release of these gases into the atmosphere.
You can see they're burning off the gas. Well, I just remember when I was Saudi Arabia, Qatar, and just see a lot of those burning off the gas. So that's why I think it's that. I don't know anything about the operation, but that's what it looks like to me. you on my passage from Manzanillo to Zihuatanejo. I'm not going to get a great sunrise today because it's so overcast. Still, you get some pretty cool colors. Well, it's another flat day of motoring for me. I'll continue at this speed for a while and I'll probably slow it down. Yeah, I'll time my arrival into Zihuat for just after sunrise tomorrow.
Well, it's the morning of day 3, and I'm pretty tired, but I'm pretty excited. Yeah, going into Zihuatanejo today, baby.
3 days, 2 nights, solo. At night, I've usually got a timer going every 15 minutes. This iPhone that I'm recording this on right now, that's my timer. And every 15 minutes, it wakes me up and I'll take a scan. And most of the people I talk to, when the conversation turns to the Coast Guard, you're focused on search and rescue and you're focused on everything that can go sideways. It's not like that in the yachting world. You ready your boat as best you can, and you take it out to sea, and you hope that you did enough, that whatever the weakest link is on the boat, it's not going to fail on this passage. Sometimes you're right, sometimes you're wrong. I've been wrong a good number of times, so I don't take anything for granted. People that I know and respect in the sailing community would say that I'm a conservative sailor. And I think that's a fair and measured estimate of me as a sailor right now. I do feel like every day I battle that risk aversion. Every day that I sail, I'm confronting the risk aversion that the Coast Guard instilled in me. Maybe that helped me to be a good captain of a Coast Guard cutter. But yachting's different. There's no doubt about it. One big difference is that in the Coast Guard, if the boat needs something, the taxpayer is going to provide it for that ship. In this yachting world, I don't have unlimitedly deep pockets. The taxpayer doesn't care about Frog's Leap. I care about Frog's Leap. And I can give her what I can give her, but really what it comes down to, I think, for the yachty is prioritization, and that comes from knowledge. Do you know enough about your boat to where you can prioritize what needs to be done and address those things with the resources you have? A good friend of mine reminds me, he was a Coast Guard Academy graduate, and he reminds me that the motto of the Coast Guard Academy is that the sea yields to knowledge. I can't tell you how many times he's reminded me of that as I've been doing this yachty thing. So the challenge, for the yachty is to know your boat. No one is going to know it as good as you do, so you better make it your business to know it. The sea yields to knowledge. So far, it's been yielding to my knowledge. I hope it keeps yielding to my knowledge.
For real-time updates, check out Sailing Frog's Leap on Instagram.